Hey, 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 listener, or should I say, ho, 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 because we have our Christmas live show coming up on Saturday, December the 3rd at Comedy Republic, 3 p.m. It is our Christmas show. It is our final show for the year, so we're excited to go out with a bang. It's going to feature everybody's favourite five-headed barbarian, Burke. And we will also be joined by special guest Oliver Coleman, who you may have heard on the podcast before as Ramekin, the half-fish, half-cyborg chef/rogue. He is a hilarious man, and we are looking forward to having him back for the final show of the year. So if you like your Christmas celebrations full of festivities and fools, then you know what to do. You can grab your tickets on our website at dicepaperroll.com or via the links on our socials, also at dicepaperroll. And we hope to see you there. Thanks for listening and enjoy the episode.
Dice Paper Roll is recorded on the lands of the Yagara and Turrbal people and the Kulin Nation. We pay our respects to elders past and present. Always was and always will be Aboriginal land.
Metamorphosis, I believe it to be called. A strange ailment, really. Were you not a man, but an insect, beetle, fig, wasp, or some such? I would say, why, sir, you're a beetle. This is just a normal thing. Unfortunately, for you, you are not. And that is a bit of a bummer. Especially for you. Few things are of much use where this ailment is concerned. However, enjoying oneself and not fighting urges has been shown to greatly improve mental acuity. We see a toad standing atop an outcropping, distress clearly across her face. Distress that swiftly turns to determination. If a problem is possible to solve, then a solution is the problem's problem, not hers. She bounds away, leaping from the outcropping from where she stood. And when we look into her clearly outlined footprint in the mud, we see what could be letters. Letters that read, Dice Paper Roll into the Feywild.
Hello and welcome to Dice Paper Roll into the Feywild. We are about to embark on a campaign in the wild beyond the witchlight. It's time to get wild. It is time to get whimsical, and we're very excited. But yeah, my name is Ben, and I play Unit, who is a level 2 Warforged fighter. Unit is basically a conglomeration of lots of different machines. Used to be a whack-a-mole machine at a fair, having a lot of problems with their memory, missing big chunks of time. But for the time being, adventuring with a man who is well, I'll let the man introduce themselves. Lauren?
Yeah, big strong man over here. My name is Lauren. I am playing Kevin Strangeways. He is a 13-year-old boy trapped in the body of a big man. I feel like I'm thinking like a bit of The Rock, but also a bit of Captain Haddock. You know what I mean? A bit of Tintin. Very burly, very beardy.
Love
just
that.
just rugged, really rugged. All those guys on TikTok that kind of dance, you know what I mean? Those guys. The tradie guy. Anyway, I'm playing him.
I do not.
He is trying to convince everyone, including himself, that he is not afraid and that he is ready for adventure. He's having a good time right now because he's got this new and exciting body. But at the same time, there's lots of changes happening. Hair is where it wasn't before. So it's the transformative effect of not puberty, but magic, I'm assuming. And that's what Kevin's doing. Greg?
Thanks, Lauren. Hi, everybody. I'm Greg, and I am playing Dolene Delacroix. She is a level 2 wizard, Harangan, so rabbit folk. And she's in a race against time to have a very, very special timepiece repaired.
Oh yeah, Kevin's an artificer. Okay, continue.
Well, that could come in handy in repairing gadgets. Danny.
I'm Dan. I am playing Lord Walter Winston Winklepicker III. I woke up today with a bit of a cold, so usually you get to enjoy my nasally voice, and now it's doubled. Fuck yeah. But yes, I am playing Lord Walter Winston Winklepicker III, who was once a human man, but was transformed into a frog person. I don't think canonically there is a particular frog person.
Oh, there is. We'll come
probably
to that.
get those stats. Maybe might come in handy.
Surely your jump check has gone up from when you were a human.
Exactly. I must have some kind of natural resistance to, I don't know, slime or something. But I have been transformed into a frog. I am still going around in my finery, tall hat, doublet, but no pants, because that's the way we roll.
That's it.
And
As per
tradition. As per the custom of the table.
Hands up if your character wears pants.
Yeah, I'm wearing several pairs of pants. I'm wearing pants for everybody. Okay.
Jack.
Yes, I'm Jack, and I'm going to be playing the Dungeon Master this time, as has been the case with all of the Feywild.
Little recap or something, maybe?
Yeah, so speaking of, the party, a hare, Dolene Delacroix, a frogman, Walter Winston Winklepicker III, a man-sized boy, Kevin Strangeways, and a small robot named Unit, all met in a bar called the Curly Seahorse. On the way to Pumpkin Hill, Dolene read the palms of her companions, stepped through time, received a boon and a quest from fate. Seek out the watchmaker, who might be able to repair her timepiece. Quite the evening, I might say. They have just met the mage Madryk Roslov at his place up on Pumpkin Hill. That's I actually wrote a previously on, so
Amazing.
Yeah.
The professionalism is unheard of in our podcast.
I remember everything
So
that
well
happened.
prepared.
I do now.
Yeah. Yeah. So you've arrived at Madryk's place, and he says, Well, a hare, a frog, a tin man, and an actual grown man have come to see me, a green man, Madryk Roslov. It's the stuff of fairy tales, no? Come on, I'll show you my place. And Madryk walks you over to the stables to stable your horses. Here we have the stables. You can leave your horses here. That is all. That is all you can do here.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, we are. I'm quite well acquainted with a stable.
I am less acquainted with stables. What? I just leave my horse here and...
That is right.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, you give it to when usually there's somebody here to take the stable, like to take the horse to the stable.
No,
Just leave it with
no,
them.
not in this case. No, actually, in this case, you have to put the horse into the stable. Otherwise, they go walkabout. They're horses.
Oh. Do I have to? I believe I have to brush it too. Is that part of the?
Not right now because we don't
Okay.
have time. But
You gonna
when
eat
you
sugar
come
cubes?
back,
I throw
Mister?
I throw the reins of my horse at Unit and go, pop that away for me, would you, boy?
You have
Thank
to
you,
ask
Unit.
properly, Sir Walter Winston Winklepicker III.
Hey, Unit, can you please put my horse into the stable?
All right.
Can you roll to resist? Thanks, man.
Sure. Oh God, that's a. What am I rolling? Wisdom.
Yeah, why not?
So that's a 6.
Okay, yeah, you're taking that horse. And
Why,
you're-
yes, of course, Walter Winston Winklepicker III. I would be delighted to stable your horse for you. I will even curry it and feed it if you would like me to. And
Fantastic.
Unit
Well,
starts whirring
Unit,
around
you
the
are
stables.
very helpful. Would you do mine too while you're there?
I mean, while I'm here, why not? And I don't have a horse of my own because I am a robot with wheels.
Thank you.
Which, if you had listened to the first 2 episodes, you would have heard all kinds of hilarious things happening with
I
that.
do remember those hijinks. Not that I was just reminded of them, but I remembered myself.
Unit
thank
whizzes
you.
around the stables. You're welcome.
Kevin also piffs his at Unit as well. Yeah, thanks, mate. Just all good. Treat her nicely, okay? She's been real good.
Okay, I guess I'll catch up with you guys later in the episode then.
No, we can do a jump cut. Don't worry about that. It's fine. And jump
Does
cut.
anyone else find it interesting that nobody else had to say, hey, Unit, but he still did the thing? No?
I
Just
said
me?
Okay.
Okay, no, never mind.
I do.
I-
But we're good friends, so, you know. We're not on a unit to Kevin namesake anymore. We just say, oi! Yeah.
Yes, that is the nature of our friendship, Kevin Strangeways.
Very good.
You guys have a really interesting way of talking to each other. It's so joyous to watch. Anyway, I will continue the tour.
That would be great. What was your name again? Sorry, I am terrible with
Oh
names.
no! Pardon my where are my manners? I should be telling you. I am Madryk Roslov.
Madryk?
Yes, this is
Madryck?
the gentleman we have come to see, remember, Dolene?
I do. I remember everything,
Vividly.
as I've previously pointed out.
Luckily, my memory is near faultless. We were in the Curly Seahorse, and we had to come here to find out about a carnival.
Oh, yes.
Wow, my reputation precedes me. That's wonderful.
Look, it was only 130 million years ago for me, so I guess keeping track of it over that span of time ain't easy.
That is very hard to comprehend what you are talking to me about. Please, come with me through the garden. We will see all of my fine garden. Here we have the daisies and the snapdragons and the dandelions. And come, look over here. We've got the zinnias, the
Wow, hey.
chrysanthemums.
Madryk, this is fantastic. You have a wonderful abode. And speaking to one person of the upper class to another person of the upper class,
Yes.
could you tell us about the carnival? I'd be really intrigued to know when the carnival is on. I mean, great chrysanthemums, fantastic.
No, but you haven't even seen my lilies yet.
Oh, wow. Can I see them, please? Kevin's going to start making a bouquet.
Oh, yes. Be careful with those there. Oh,
I'll be really careful, but his big meaty hooks just kind of pull up an entire
the
like
tulips.
Chris Francis, tulip plant. He's like, well, hang on, sorry. And he shakes it and like just so much force, it just splays like mud and dirt and showers everyone in dirt for a little bit.
Oh,
Sorry,
Kevin, don't get
sorry.
dirt
Oh,
on the
Jesus.
food.
My waistcoat.
Sorry.
What a waste. As she munch on a tulip.
Well, anyway, that is quite beautiful with all of my flowers.
It
Thank
is
you.
Beautiful.
So tell me about the carnival.
Yes, tell us about the carnival.
I would be really, really, really intrigued to know when and where it is on.
Why the
Well,
sudden
look-
interest?
Look,
Walter?
I've got some things I can tell you about the carnival, but in good time, please.
Well,
I need to show you my orchids
okay.
Yes.
and my carnations.
Oh, just like Granny had.
Yes, and the alders in fear. And as he lists off multiple flowers, he's really taking you around the garden. He's very proud.
Are they actually any good? Like, are the flowers good? What, like, roll
Yeah,
a
I
flower
reckon-
check
yeah.
for us, please, Jack.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea, yeah. All right, fair enough.
No, you don't have to do that. You just.
Oh, there's a 5. Yeah, they're not great. It's not great. But,
Hey, everybody. I believe he may be leading us up the garden path.
I don't get it.
I don't
Walter,
know what you mean. Yes, this is a garden path.
Walter,
If you know what I mean.
I got it.
Walter.
Is this sexual?
Everyone else continues, but Walter, you hear a voice. Walter. You alone can hear the voice. It came from a path off to the side, away from the rest of the party.
Do I recognize the voice?
Roll an investigation for me.
What's 11 on the die with an investigation? +1, so it's a 12.
It's vaguely familiar. You walk down the path, and as you're walking around, as you know, the farm is surrounded by enormous pumpkins, like bigger than a house-sized pumpkins.
Wow, I wish Madryk had have made mention of that. I'm sure I would have noticed that before.
You did. You definitely did. It was the first thing you saw on the way in.
Oh.
I know you remember, Dan, but Walter might be foggy a bit. And as you walk through, you see like a grouping of pumpkins in a circle. And as you look on them, there's like little diagrams and sketches and carvings. Do you want to roll an perception check?
That is an 11.
Yeah, okay. I shouldn't have made you roll.
I get down low and I start looking at the carvings that are in the pumpkins, but I'm trying to find some kind of semblance of meaning, but it's like it's like a beautiful mind, all the like
Yeah.
graphs and pictograms and stuff all floating around my head, but I've just got a really confused look on my face. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck any of this is.
And then as you get closer to one of them, one's a carving of what appears to be a woman. It's very crude. Madryck's not the best carver of pumpkins.
I thought you meant it was a bit of a lewd, crude carving.
Nude.
Well, I mean, it might be, but it's hard to tell.
Wow, look at the bosoms on that pumpkin. What a vivid imagination this fellow has.
Check out the pips on that pumpkin.
He really spent a lot of time on this one. You can,
Gaudy.
yeah.
Oh, it's veiny and everything. Oh.
And as your eye wanders from the chest height of the carving, it raises to the eye height of the carving, and you can see distinctly on the cheek of the carving, and it is distinctly a cheek. There's like a little black chicken's foot, sort of looks like a tattoo. And this brings something to mind. Flashback!
Oh my god.
Lord Walter Winston Winklepicker III, you stand on the edge of your kingdom at the top of Full Hill. Its forests broken in front of you by a clearing where you can just make out, through the mists, the deep blacks caught in the morning sun of Half Hill Court. A vast array of shellfish farms stretch out around you. You are calmed. The winds gently carry the harsh smells of shellfish across your face, blowing your thoughts and ambitions away. For this one moment, everything is and could be perfect. Tonight is the dance and the beginning of everything.
Ah, look at those shellfish farms. Too bad I'm allergic, but I grow weary.
You make your way up to Half Hill. You come to the outskirts of the town and you make your way up the path into the court, which is called Half Hill Court.
Half Hill Court. Oh, hello. Hello, Timothy. Yes, and Jeremiah. And, oh, Sylvia. How do you do? Yes, yes.
Good, thanks, Lord.
Shut up!
Yes, Lord.
You don't speak to me. Don't look at me.
Lord Walter Winston Winklepicker III enters the Half Hill Court through the 2 large wooden double doors, wearing his finest purple doublet made of velvet. He's wearing his velvet pantaloons, really high socks that are striped long socks with some purple shoes with large gold buckles on the front, and a purple and blue polka dot cravat.
Garish.
His long, flowing blonde hair tied up into a ponytail, and his sharp, pointy features.
You sit at the high table of the hall, next to your father, a noble but stern, sharp, blonde beard, accentuating his cold features. A vein pulses in his temples.
Good day, father.
Yes, hello, son. Have you seen on the western front? Our farms are waning.
Yes, yes. Well, you see, it's the peasants, the people. They're not working hard enough. Okay, and we need to strike hard at their core so we can bring this town to its former glory.
Walter, we're not selfish people. We're shellfish people. We do
Yes.
not break them. We grow them.
If you don't want to put the foot down, well, then what? We're going to just cuddle the shellfish back into existence?
I wish to send my boys away.
Well, you see, father, I mean, a man of my position, I need amenities. I need things
Yes.
around me and servants, and if they are taken away from me, then...
You know, your mother would have been quite disappointed in you. I will send you away
But I don't want to go.
to find some battle to win somewhere, and we'll make a man out of you.
I am already a man. I'm good. I just think I should just stay here. Why not send Brother Boris?
Boris cannot go, and
Why?
you know perfectly why. There was the incident.
And just as you're about to talk,
Oh.
a light catches the corner of your eye. You see a woman enter, and the herald announces, "The Lady Maeve Celestina Fraus." Her presence immediately commands attention. A tall, slender, and graceful human woman garbed in the finest silks. Her smile warms up the room, and you can see she has a tattoo of what appears to be a chicken's foot on her cheek. And she walks to the center of the room and she says, "Who will have this dance?"
Well, okay. Well, as the most handsome and strapping virile young man in this land, and the finest dresser as well in this land,
Indeed.
I think I'm the man up to the challenge.
Oh, yes, I see what you did there. That's very good.
Lord Walter Winston Winklepicker gracefully stands from his chair and steps down the row of steps that go down to the court floor, where Maeve is...
The Lady Maeve
Where the-
Celestina Fraus.
where the Lady Maeve Fralafina Fraus stands, and he takes a deep bow with a flourish of his hand and leaves
his hand palm up towards the lady, waiting for her to take his hand.
She curtsies. Bards, a tune, please. And let's dance. And you dance.
I'm going to just see how. And with a performance check of 8, I feel he has a pretty shit time of it.
Yes. Yes, well, it's certainly, I think Maeve is charmed by how much effort you are putting into it.
Yeah, Walter really goes hard. Like, he's dancing by himself, but like he thinks that he's dancing with someone else and that he's putting on the moves and he's being super cool and he's got the girl and he thinks that it's already like a done deal. He's like throwing his hands out really aggressively and like pumping up towards the air, and he's doing a bit of a shuffle with his feet, and he's like going like full kind of like, come on, yeah, you're gonna dance with me? You wanna dance with me? Yeah. And like really going hard, but it's like really not the right tone and inappropriate.
Yeah, Maeve leans forward and just kind of stops you.
We're gonna okay, yes, I'm gonna.
There's so much movement. What can we do with this? Come here. Put your hand on my waist. And yes, I'm sure. Have you never? No, I don't want to know. And she directs you into quite a sort of. I don't really want to use the word sensual, but it's quite a nice dance, and you dance along, and it's
like a slow dance, like a waltz or something like that kind of thing.
She whispers in your ear, "For now, you are mine." And it is so.
I stare into her eyes, and I'm just... Stop it. Stop it.
Walter, come with me. So you remember all that?
I look at the carved pumpkin and I'm like, no, Maeve, they turned you into a pumpkin. Sons of bitches. How could they do this to you? You used to be so beautiful. Oh, Jesus Christ, no.
And with that, I think that's the midway break. I think we need a word from our sponsor, which is me. Oh, hello you. Jack here. Are you looking for more dice paper roll? Would you like to participate in the completely depraved and exclusive Wink Emoji Discord server? Naughty. Want access to unreleased content? Exclusive VIP discounts to DPR live shows? Wink Emoji. For just $2 a month, all this and more could be yours. Just sign up to the Dice Paper Roll Patreon. Wink Emoji. I'll be waiting for you, baby.
You should do that, folks, just because those ads won't be in the episode if it's on Patreon.
Yeah.
But that was quite nice to listen to, Jack. I don't know that'll encourage people to sign up.
I think
True.
I've never heard an ad that made my nipples that hard.
Yeah, nibbles.
Hey, I didn't say exclusively nipples, Daddy.
I'm really regretting not wearing pants.
Walter, you return to the group, and Madryk is still listing flowers. That is Fiorellos and cedar, basil, coriander.
You son of a bitch!
Or is that?
Madryk, come
Excuse
here.
me.
Look at what this man did. He has turned a woman into a pumpkin.
What? Are you sure that is meant to be a woman. I can't tell what that's meant to be.
I mean, this is embarrassing. I didn't think anybody would say that, but
Oh my God! You mangled that woman and then turned her into a pumpkin.
no, this is not. No, that is not what happened.
Kevin's getting little tingles in his downstairs region. Looking at the boobs of the woman. Is just, wow, she seems real nice. Wow.
Oh,
No.
she was Kevin until she
Yeah,
was turned
yes.
into a pumpkin.
That-
Explain yourself, Madryk.
I don't know, the pumpkin still seems pretty cool.
No, that is not a woman. That is a pumpkin, and the likeness, though I must admit it is not my finest work, is a portrait of my patron, not of my Patreon, my patron,
Your patron? What do you mean?
my patron, because I am a mage, and that is the Bilna. The fairy godmother of the Feywild, and to mortals here on wherever we are, Faeron or something.
Yes.
Yes. Would you like to come
Her
inside?
name-
I can
her
brew
name
up a
was
cup
Maeve.
of tea.
Her name was Lady Maeve. I remember it like it was yesterday. It was 8 years ago. I can't get that
Yes.
name out of my head. It's lingered inside me for so long, the Lady Maeve Frost. You son of a bitch.
Clearly, a deep memory for you. I can tell. Hey, but please,
No, I met her.
maybe you could tell me about her inside by a cup of tea by the fire, and we can all have a chat about this Lady Maeve who lives in the house.
Unit rolls up next to Walter, rolls up on their wheels. Excuse me,
Oh,
Sir
Jesus.
Walter Winston Winklepicker III.
Yes?
How can you be sure that you even recognize that person? To me, it really looked like a big pile of mush. I don't really think that Madryk is a very skilled sculptor. Do you?
Hey, I can hear you, you know, that's...
No, he's shit house. He's terrible. He's terrible at carving.
Did not realize you were still there, Madryk.
It's either I don't know. But you see, Unit, when someone who has a heart, has a soul, they recognize other people, okay? Maybe your tiny robot brain don't compute, okay? Beep boop boop boop. But I know.
I mean, I recognize assholes when I see them. But point taken.
Point taken.
Anyway, you guys should come in. I've prepared a nice cup of tea.
Kevin storms into the glorious abode, just like muddy, just tramping in on his boots, like no idea of like house etiquette, manners, massive meaty hooks, fists filled with like greenery, but it's all wilting and like spangly and like just looks kind of wrong. You know, the vegetables that they like don't make it to the supermarket. Like that's just happening with these sort of crazy flowers in his hand. Yes, it's time for a cup of tea. Yeah.
Yes.
I could absolutely devour a cup of tea. That would be delicious. Thank you so much. I daintily wipe my feet on the mat. Hang my cloak on the peg.
So courteous. Thank you for doing those very basic manners things. I really must emphasize that I am very thankful for that. Now, please take a seat by the fire. It is very warm now.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Go on. Yes.
Okay.
Kevin sort of smashes the all of the greenery onto the table and is like, have you got any food? I'm like starving, and starts like going through all the cupboards in the sort of kitchen and around and trying to find something to eat.
Madryk is just looking on in kind of horror, but trying.
Oh, enchiladas! Pulls out
Yes.
a box of saladas. Open it. I just starts raw dogging them. Just hang. No butter, no nothing. Just like pure saladas in the mouth.
It is so good to have company. I have been so lonely.
Yeah, I can count the saladas are very stale.
Yeah, well, you definitely fucked that pumpkin.
No, I mean, no. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway,
I see you had a slice of the pumpkin pie, Madryk. Madryk?
yes,
Maverick.
Madryk Roslov.
Madryk.
Okay,
Madryk
Madryk.
Roslov.
Just putting the pump in pumpkin. Okay, we can continue.
Yeah, there we go.
There it is.
Okay, Madryk. Tell me about this. Isbilna? Was it?
It is Zibilna.
Isbilna.
No, Zibilna.
Zibilna.
Yes, with a Z.
I'm glad that we clarified that.
Yeah. Very clear.
Yes. So, what is this patron of? Patron of what? They tend to be of, patron of, I don't know, war. I don't know.
Well,
patron of
in
fire.
this case, Zibilna is the patron of mortals. She is the fairy godmother to mortals in Faerun and the broader real world. I cannot remember the name. Anyway,
Toriel?
sure.
Sure.
That sounds legitimate.
Abertar? It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Bit of
why
backseat
not?
damming. Yeah.
The material plane. That's it. I got it. The material plane.
Oh.
That's
Okay.
it. Yes. So
So does she tend to interfere with people's lives, maybe transform them into particular kinds of things, and then whether she has the power to transform them back into, just asking for a friend.
I don't know. Not in my experience. I became green on my own. Not you so much, I think.
Why are your fingers orange, Madryk?
Oh, that is the pumpkins. You work with a lot of pumpkins, and your fingers they turn orange. I must admit, and I do a lot with these pumpkins. They keep me occupied. I do some carving. I make a lot of pumpkin pie, and I also make carts. Pumpkin carts. Lots of princesses want pumpkin carts these days,
Wait,
of course.
playing cards.
Carts, as in
Carts.
carriages.
Oh,
Uh,
okay. My bad. I'm sorry. I
Pumpkin
did not understand you.
carriages. Sorry, that one is hard for me to say.
They're little pumpkin go-karts.
Yeah, are there lots of very tiny princesses around that need to?
No, my pumpkin. Did you see them on the way through? They're very large. Big
Oh.
pumpkins.
Oh yes, I did see that. I remember now.
I was captivated by all the amazing flowers in the garden.
Yes,
Thank
I
you.
was-
Did you see the begonias?
Oh, Jesus Christ, not again.
Yes, I did.
I'll get the ball if you want to be remembered. And he runs back into the kitchen, actually looking for another box of saladas. Already finished this one. Wolfed it down.
Yeah, nice.
How is his mouth not so dry? Seems impossible.
Unit opens up their chest and pulls out a funnel from inside and sticks it inside their mouth and just pours the tea straight into the funnel. Oh, this is delicious, Madryk. Thank you so much for your hospitality.
You are
yes.
very welcome, little unit, wasn't it?
Yes, that is my name, I believe.
Yes.
Can you tell us, do you know anything about the carnival?
Yes, Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
yes, you've reminded me. I had something to tell you about that.
Yes.
I was wondering, you look like a lot of nice, fine adventurers, no?
Well, the thing is, we signed these pamphlets in this curly seahorse the other day, saying that we would sign up
Oh, you got my pamphlets.
for adventure, yes.
Hey, did you read the fine print?
Well, do you want the truth?
Yes.
No.
I just.
I scanned it.
I'm not even sure that I can read.
I clicked the button that said I acknowledge and I agree to the terms and conditions, and then I had to find the traffic lights in the thing, and then yes.
No, it's fine. They'd just be nasty. It's fine. That's a bit of a callback for anyone who is actually listening to the podcast.
I could not pass that test for some reason.
Yeah, that's all
The
right.
traffic light test. And I don't know why.
Yes,
So the carnival.
the carnival, of course, yes. So the carnival, Zybilna, she made the carnival as a way to get to and from the Feywild so that you might meet her and seek her aid. But I have not heard from her in approximately a year. This is unusual for me. Not to brag, but we were usually on good terms, and my magic, it is waning. I have not been able to cast very many spells because of my connection being lost. Of course, my beautiful garden still grows beautiful in the winter, you can see, but it's oh fuck, that's on my keyboard. That's going to be very expensive.
What did you do?
You just spill your drink on your
You spill your
keyboard.
drink on your keyboard.
Yes.
You spilled your tea.
Fine, I'll just turn it off maybe. No, I need it later. Fuck.
Those big, clumsy orange fingers.
Yes, for once it wasn't me. Yes.
I'll move the book too.
You haven't heard from her in a year, and you were speaking with her quite frequently. I'm assuming with the way that your repertoire.
That is right,
that you
yes.
have rapport with her is quite, frequent. So, you've lost connection. Is the carnival still happening? I mean, I want to ride the
Yes.
teacup. We're having tea here. Let's ride the teacups. It will be so
Yes.
exciting. Is it
Yes,
still
well,
on?
Actually, I was wondering, would you go on my behalf
Yes.
to the Feywild?
Oh.
Through the carnival, I honestly cannot remember how you get to the Feywild. I haven't been in 64 years. So
Why did you stop going?
I was adventuring and making pumpkins.
That does take a lot of time. There's a lot of
Yes,
cultivation
yeah.
involved if you want to get them that big.
I
Right?
think he might
Yeah.
need a bit more
gotta
practice,
put-
personally.
One large pumpkin and a slightly larger pumpkin in like a room together and just like leave them alone for ages, right? That's how it
Yeah.
works.
That's right. Anyway, there is a pathway somewhere within the carnival that should be able to get you there.
Okay.
I know that pathway.
Do you into the Feywild? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. And whilst Madryk is telling you about the carnival, Walter, you begin to remember something.
It's coming back to me now.
Flashback!
Something I pre-recorded.
That's steamy. You're whisked away and they fuck.
Ooh.
And then you sleep. You dream. And your dream takes you back to a time you don't quite remember. You are 8. You stand at the carnival. You see your brothers encouraging you to sneak beneath the fence. The excitement and terror all at once in your mouth. But when you turn to see if your brothers have followed, they are gone.
Boris, where'd you go? I'm scared.
You hear nothing. The shellfish talisman your mother gave you hangs heavy around your neck. Before you are several carnival attractions.
There's the big House of Mirrors. Yes, and
There's
then-
the House of Mirrors, and there's the Ferris wheel, and the clown with the mouths,
And you put the balls in.
and they put the balls in, and the big hammer.
Mhm.
What would you like to do, Walter?
I'm gonna go up to the big hammer because I'm big strong.
Hell yeah, go for it.
I'm so strong.
Why, hello, young boy.
Oh.
Come to hit a hammer on the button to see if the thing goes up.
Roll an 18.
Fucking
Hey, fuck
hell.
yeah, as a
Wow.
little 8-year-old with a -1. He gets the hammer, and the weight of it is still kind of like a little bit too much to him, so he's just got it by the
hilt.
handle, dragging it over his shoulder, and he just kind of whips it, use the momentum of the hammerhead over his shoulder, and it falls and hits the button, and the little metal thing flies up into the air, and just not quite.
It's pretty
Hit.
fucking close.
Pretty good, but didn't hit the
Wow.
bell.
You're a strong little tacker.
Yeah.
Amazing. Honestly, the thing's rigged. There's no way you could have done that.
Maybe if I had rolled a 20, maybe. Do I get any kind of prize? Do I get a fucking animal? Give me an animal. Do you know who I am? I am Lord Walter Winston Winklepicker III. You give me a fucking soft toy right now, because I was close enough is good enough for a Winklepicker.
It's on the family crest.
Yeah, it is close enough is good enough. That's the motto.
I love that. Yeah, it's close enough is good.
Somebody write that down.
I'm writing that
That is
down.
canon. Fucking
Absolutely.
We just got to find out what it is in Latin.
Yeah. Walter picks up the hammer again and tries to slam it on the carney's foot. Oh, it's only a 4.
So close, and yet so far.
Fuck you.
And he takes the soft toy and runs towards the House of Mirrors.
You walk into the House of Mirrors, and it is dark in there. There's lights. It's medieval times, so they're probably fairies. Why not?
Oh, in little cages.
Yeah, well, fuck. That got dark. No, I don't think they're in cages. They're just like flittering around. It's not an
Okay.
evil carnival.
Okay.
But you can see mirrors kind of as far as the eye can go.
Just quickly, I just wanted to try and snatch a fairy with a dexterity roll of 20. So I fucking snatch a fairy and I just hold it out as like a torch.
Yeah, and
What do I see?
Oh, hell yeah. You can see your fucking reflection in a mirror. And then it changes. You see yourself morph. Your face kind of goes wobbly in the mirror, and you turn very quickly, and like your eyes pop, and your mouth becomes elongated. Your features stretch from within, and suddenly you see yourself as a frog man. And wow. And it's pretty wild.
What's happening?
It's a magical mirror place. It's not just like mirrors of yourself, but you see
where it's
kind
all
of
warped and stuff.
visions of inside of the mirrors, and you see
Oh, yeah, okay.
you see a great vast field of seashells, and at the center of the seashells you see in the distance like a broken figure, like rags in the center. You can't quite make it out. And then in another mirror you see a hare tumbling end over end through the air, crashing through clocks as she falls, unable to stop her never-ending descent. And then the mirrors shift, and in another looking glass, you see a befreckled young blonde boy about your age. He sits astride a machine on wheels as it speedily carries him away from a motley crew that are in pursuit. The images around you shift once more, until surrounding you, in every reflective surface, are countless images of the frog. We're smiling at you and wearing your shellfish necklace. You reach out to take it back, and as your fingers touch the glass, it shatters, and you wake. And you're back.
With Maeve.
And-
I'm back in her bed.
Yeah, like you've just...
And I look down
we
at
just
my
went in...
chest, and do I have the shellfish necklace?
No, but when you
No.
look at your hands, you see that they're kind of slimy. And
What is this goop on my hands? What you do to me, Maeve? You give me another one of your morning creams.
oh my gosh.
not like,
No,
what?
not like that. Don't
What-
look
what
at me
is-
like that.
What is happening to you?
I meant like just a normal moisturizer, okay? Don't worry. Never mind. Wow, wait, sorry.
There's something off. I mean, it was a beautiful night, Walter, but there's something about you that's missing.
I totally just like phased out of
Yes.
whatever it was that you were rambling on about. And then I started thinking about back to when I was a child. And then I went in and there was this time when I went to the carnival.
You went to the carnival?
Yes, and my brothers, they lured me in, and then I hit the big hammer thing, and then I went into the mirrors.
Did something of yours get taken?
How do you know?
Well, it's the carnival. It's what happens.
Yeah, carnies, they're fucking stealing folk. Yes.
No.
Goddamn carnies, they're
you
always
s-
trying to pick your pockets, aren't they? Oh gosh, the underclass. They're
Are you
terrible.
saying that you entered the carnival without a ticket?
Yes, because I was 8. We went underneath the fence.
Oh my gosh, and
Jeez.
you were 8.
Yes?
I don't think you understand how serious this situation is, Walter.
No, I don't think I do know how serious the situation is where I went to a carnival when I was 8. Jeez, what are you talking about, Maeve? You're so pretty, though.
Walter,
Hmm?
think possibly you should look at yourself in the mirror.
Okay. Jeez, man. I guess I'm gonna probably look like a frog or something. That's what was in my dream. That happened in my dream.
Oh, good.
So,
Yes, you're a frog man. You've turned into a frog man.
wait, when did this happen? What are you talking about? And Walter throws the covers off, leaps out of bed, and goes to the full-length mirror and looks at himself in the mirror.
And you can see that it's not like quite as bad yet as it was in the mirror as you were a kid.
Right.
But it's quickly getting worse.
Wait, what's happening? Okay, just one second. Maeve, why did you not lead with this? Why am I only just, why didn't you go, oh my god, you're turning into a frog? Did you turn me into a frog because we bumped uglies?
No, of course not. I did no such thing. What you've done is stepped into some rather old magic, I'm afraid. And you're going to have to get to the next carnival, which is in 8 years. And
8 years?
yes, I'm afraid.
What? You're telling me I'm going to be a frog for fucking 8 years until I go to another carnival?
Yes, you have to get to the Feywild.
The fuck is the Feywild? I'm a shellfish entrepreneur. What is happening?
A fly buzzes past you.
And I snatch it out of the air with my tongue with an 18 because it was 12 on the die.
Yeah, you fucking ate that fly. You stole something. You have to give it back in order for them to get...
Oh my god, that's so boring.
Yes.
Well, I've stolen a lot of things. I've stolen wages. I stole Sylvia's cat just for the kicks of it.
Well,
And
I mean,
I've stolen a lot of things. I've stolen lots of labor.
It might be a good idea to start repaying some of that. I would think.
Quickly, give me I'm gonna take your bed sheets. And I take her bed sheets and I wrap them around myself to cover my frog-like features.
Yeah.
And yes. Well, I thought. Anyways, here's my number. Maybe at some point we could meet up again. Because I had a really great time. I thought you were really nice.
I'm sure, Walter, that we will.
Yes, please do.
Yes. Look, it was lovely.
Sorry about that. I had a little frog in my throat. I just get myself sometimes. Okay, goodbye. And he steps outside.
And we see the fully formed frog man, Walter, sitting, listening to the conversation go on. And I think that
The House of Mirrors.
is where we will leave the episode.
Sorry, that was probably out of context, everybody.
What are you talking about?
What
What House of Mirrors? Kevin has had so many saladas that it's actually dried up all the salada. in his mouth.
Unit gets their funnel and puts it into Kevin's mouth and just pours hot tea into the funnel. Here you go, Kevin.
Burns!
This will help. It will be totally fine. Don't worry about it.
You look, it's too hot for human consumption. Oh, no. Oh,
I thought you were going to have some of Kevin's, like, just spit in a jar for just such an occasion. He was just gonna...
No, Dolene,
What?
but that is a very good idea.
I think you should collect some.
Please don't milk me again, Unit.
I am fine to watch that, by the way.
At the top of a stilted tower overlooking a village, filled with croaks and gurgles of frogs, we see a figure slide unseen through the cracks in the window. A liquid molasses through a sieve. The figure moves towards a vanity at the far end of the musty room. Its shadowy hand pulls open the drawer, and a faint golden glow fills the room. Beside a lead fish, a cricket ball, and a small shellfish necklace, a golden unicorn's horn gently hums. The horn is whisked away, and the glow passes with it.
I'm going to need a keyboard. Fuck.
Buddy.
No, it's fine.
Oh, dear,
All right.
Jack. Hey, welcome, everyone. This is a little thing we call a dissection, where we dissect and chat about the game that was. That was great, Jack.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes,
Excellent work,
very
mate.
fun.
Hmm.
I was there and present for the stuff that you did with the sort of origin story for Winston Walter. But I'd forgotten the kind of like minutiae of it, and I was like, "It's very good. It was very good." Yes, hello, Lord. Shut up. Yes, Lord. Like, it's like that's how you do a character. You know what I mean? That's how you really bring that to life. It's such a great exchange between the two of you, and a nice focus for you, Dan. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was lots of fun. I mean, it was very Walter heavy episode. But yes, listening back to it, I did make note once again that it's like close enough is good enough. That's the Winklepicker way.
So good.
While we were listening back to that flashback, I did type in English to Latin translation.
Same.
Oh,
Same.
Close enough is good enough.
What is it?
And it's satis est satis. I don't know. Maybe I'll press a little. Will it play?
Yeah, but see if you
Satis
get the
est satis.
Yeah, don't worry. No one knows how to pronounce Latin. So,
Okay.
Yeah, whatever is.
But close enough is good enough.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
I was
right.
about to say, is that like you shouldn't make it word perfect. You should change when it's close enough is good. Full stop. So it's like layers.
That's satis est, not satis est satis.
Yep. Satis S. Close enough is good.
That's great. If you are wondering, folks, that those were origin stories that we played quite some time ago. You can get the full episode on Patreon. So jump on if you want to listen to the whole thing. The whole thing's great, but that's the crux of it.
That's the
If
abbreviated.
Jack's sexy ad didn't already draw you
Yeah,
into
that's
Patreon,
it.
immediately sign up.
Did we get through everything we needed to get through then, Jack? You sort of happy with the tracking of that?
Yeah, I mean, that I needed to get through those 2 recorded bits, and and then some. So I think it was good. Like we got through most of what I wanted to. There might be some tidy up in the next episode, I think. But
Did you have a bit more touring of the flower beds to show us.
Cut
Oh yeah,
and 47 other kinds of flour to list.
Yeah.
that's
Did
it.
you just know all those, or did you spend a long time Googling?
I
flowers
spent
as
a
well?
long time googling.
All right, mate, strap in. I've got 15 minutes of flowers.
Yeah.
Google, I want lists of flowers, but I only want one flower on the list. But I want each list to be different so that I spend a long time Googling this list of flowers.
That's it. Yeah, I need to look like I'm doing work. Yeah, no. I actually made a map for myself for Madryck's place because there isn't one in the book, and I wanted to have like a concrete mind palace in mind for it. And you didn't see all of it. I should have said at the top, it's fucking covered in pumpkins, though.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Did you say they were big? Did I miss that at the start? The big old pumpkins?
He did. I don't think he actually mentioned.
I don't think I
pumpkins
did,
at all
actually.
in this episode.
yeah,
You did
right.
last episode.
Yeah.
If you did last
Yeah.
episode, I'm so sorry, but I do not remember it, nor do I remember like what the house looks like or what he. Yeah,
I didn't-
I think
I
you
didn't
did a description at the end of the
Saucies.
episode.
We just needed. We was so much stable talk we needed to get through at the top there.
Yeah.
So.
Do you want to retcon it now, Jack? Do you want to give us a quick description now?
Oh, yeah, sure. Why not?
Go on.
Where is it? Madryck's home, a modest cottage, is situated at the heart of a clearing. Upon closer inspection, it would appear that even the house has been repaired or built from bits of pumpkin. A 2-story little mud brick cottage with terracotta tile roof. Lichen well and truly set in. The place is well looked after, but clearly it has been built upon itself several times over. Obviously, no pumpkins mentioned there.
If the lichens really well set in, does that make it a warehouse?
Yeah, I think it does. You just don't hang around.
Come on, that
Wow,
was
Greg,
good.
that was on so many different levels.
What do you
None
mean?
of them good.
It took a bit of a leap and a bit of thinking. Had to.
Mm.
You're gonna have to explain that to me literally when we finish this because I did not get that at all.
Explain now, because there must be a listener.
Well,
or two
yeah,
out
I
there
mean,
as
like,
well.
lycanthropes, lichen warehouse.
werewolf.
Werewolf.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. No,
I was liking
I'm
it,
not your
Greg.
guy for that. I am not your guy. But
Greg
I'm
thought
pretty
that we
used
were
to
his
doing
guys for it as
references
well.
that none of you guys get all the time. So
Hey, if you're Greg's guy for that, let us know. Let us know.
Yeah,
in the
please
chat.
tweet at dammit Gerg. Greg, I got your joke. If Twitter still exists by the time
Yeah.
this episode's released.
Yeah.
yes, that's gonna date immediately.
So did the map and the Mind Palace, Jack, help you in navigating us around?
It did
the
actually.
space?
Like I knew that you were going around you were going around anti-clockwise. It was actually quite useful. I found that really, for me, because probably listeners maybe don't know, but we don't use maps at all usually. But I guess for me, when doing the DMing, it's helped quite a
same.
bit actually. It's really
Yeah,
good.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. Yeah, I like visualize whatever space we're in and try to describe it. Have you ever
Yeah.
has anyone else ever done any map making skills?
Yes, I did for the Christmas episode.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I needed to figure that out because it was like a big warehouse, I think, with silos and a conveyor belt and something like that. It was like something like that. And I just needed to be like, okay, Santa's going to have to go there and they're going to have to be there and there. And I think I did like a little grid type thing for it, but I just sketched it out.
Yeah, right.
So then I could then move you a little bit. So basically made a map.
I did one for book 1 way back with Greymead, and so we knew where all the different things were, the surrounding countryside. We really should put all these maps on Patreon, guys.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
I did it for when it was the when you did the heist at the
The
British Museum.
The British Museum,
Which
yeah.
it helped a lot to be able to be like, okay, this is where
Two
the
places
different
at once.
exhibits are and that kind of thing. Just so in my, even though we're not playing on a map. In my head, it was like,
Yeah.
okay, you're here.
Quite
That means that this kind of description is around you. You guys are sucking each other off in the fucking
Yeah, that's
security.
right.
Hey, Dan, spoilers, come on.
Well, you didn't have to mention that it was a spoiler.
Except I always use like places I've been. Like it's usually, I use like my old schools a lot, or
Yeah.
like, and it's always quite like my childhood best friend's house. Somehow I ends up kind of used in my mind quite a bit.
Yeah.
I actually thought of my mum's place for this, and
Because she lives in a giant
part
pumpkin.
of the reason that Madryk takes you around the garden is because every time I rock up at my mum's place, she's like, "Oh, we're going to do a tour of the garden." I'm like, seen the garden, Mum.
Well,
And
it's
yet
like,
you had to Google all those flowers.
Yeah.
I literally had lunch with my family today and found out about my cousin's salada addiction.
Really?
Because he's just
Addiction.
moved out of home for the first time, and I think he's getting made fun of the fact that he will literally demolish like 3 boxes of saladas, like no joke.
In
What,
what,
in
one
And that his
city?
father,
City?
my uncle is also like was the salada king, like loves saladas
What?
and passed it on to him. So we had a salada chat today, and
Wow.
I just, an
Like-
improv, and you just like, that's
Yeah.
it, it's going in.
It's
I don't know
fresh
how to
in the
think about it.
mind.
I really like a salada. I
Yeah,
think
I'd
saladas
punch
are
a
pretty
dry
good.
I'm a big
salada, no
fan.
worries.
I mean, they're actually quite a nice hangover, like, salty.
so-
I love raw dogging a cracker,
What-
as you so eloquently put it.
I just wanted to note the fact there is nothing on it, but like, some people put cream cheese and try and make the salada
Yeah,
wet.
yeah.
And I'm like, the salada is not wet. It is.
No,
What are saladas in America for our US
they don't.
Oh.
They don't.
viewers?
They don't
No,
get
it's not-
quality
they're
crackers
called-
like
No.
us.
No.
What do you
They
mean?
get,
We're-
like,
we're 5
fucking-
quality crackers right here. What are you talking about?
Hey, look, I'll smash a dry Jats, salada,
Oh, Ritz.
They-
Give
they
me a
are
Ritz.
Ritz.
cool.
Oh,
Ritz is
Ritz.
great.
buttery.
A little bit
buttery-
of exy for
Clicks.
me.
Clicks is incredible.
Oh,
Clicks.
Yeah, Clicks, baby.
I've never had a Clicks.
And this
Clicks
is why you
is,
tune
I
into
think they used to be
the
called, they're what
podcast
Ritz
I
is
just-
now called.
I could just never find the Clicks.
oh.
Danny,
So-
do you want to talk about the
What?
flashbacks at all or anything of the game? Or are
No,
we on,
can we
is it
continue with the
biscuit chat
salada
now?
It's now we're
conversation?
talking about.
Where I think
I
is
know,
where
I
our
know, I
premium
remember now. I
content
remember
is
now.
going to be coming from
I have
now
an
on.
important thing to say.
Okay.
They're called saltines.
Saltines in the States.
Yes.
There you go.
I didn't even look it up. My hands were here the whole time.
Oh,
Okay,
nice.
whatever you were saying. Yes, the things. Whatever. Yep. Back to you guys now.
I just want to say I'm in awe of the amount of prep that everyone does, and all these maps that you've drawn. I've never. Anyway, good for
Well,
you.
not, yeah,
Good
not for a
you all.
podcast. You've
Love
done
it.
maps at table games, all right? But
Yeah.
you were
Oh,
talking
sure.
more
No,
about
but I
for a
always
podcast.
freehand them, right?
Yeah,
like
you
I've
do.
never I always freehand everything. I never.
Humble brag.
I got maybe a rough idea of stuff. Like
Yeah, but you're like in your head, you're going, okay, there's going to be a big boulder here, and there's a bit of a cliff over there, and you
If
just
it's a
you just
crucial
kind of-
scene that you kind of
freehand
want to
it.
like put people in.
I
guess
I made
yeah.
a map of the open world pub for my first game.
Wow.
How much of that
Yeah.
is just procrastinating from writing the game, though?
Yeah.
No, it actually, I think it's just like, I think it's a bit of a crutch as well. It's like, oh, I'm a bit nervous about this. I'm going to make a map. So it's like, I have
still
a,
working and percolating.
yeah, I
on it.
actually,
Oh,
when
yeah.
I'm writing, I have a physical reference point for myself. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
I could write a joke, or I could go on a big mission and find an elaborate prop. Oy.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
Crackers.
bastard.
Amazing. Sounds
Well,
good.
If you want to check out that map, I'm sure it will be up on Patreon. Check out the episode when it hits the podcast stream, and we will be back with episode 4.
Yeah.
Thanks for
If you
joining us.
subscribe to the
Thank you.
top tier, you can watch me raw dog 3 boxes of saladas. I'll do that on stream for you.
Fuck yeah.
No water.
No water. Damn, son.
Wow.
Damn.
I do you guys want to go in halves or something to do that. We're definitely doing that.
I want to watch.
What, subscribing to our own
Do
Patreon?
yeah. The Lady and the Tramp.
I want to watch all of the fluid leave your body.
Oh, yeah.
Just watch me like cough and spray biscuit across the room. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Great.
On that. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
I dropped my dice. Could be anywhere.
Hello.
Oh, hi. Sorry, I know I just left, but
Oh.
I was just wondering. So when we were,
Yes.
did you did you
Oh.
get there?
Oh. Honestly, Walter. Nearly? Maybe? No. Nearly.
Oh. Well, close enough is good enough. Toodles.